Guys, this video is from Pedro, Mr. Beton, what is it? Mr.BetonYou. Okay, please check out his channel. He has a really good YouTube channel. In this video, he's talking about how he's being sued. He's being sued by a lady that is suing Doordash. So, from my understanding, she originally sued Doordash, and he made a video talking about why she's suing Doordash. So now she's suing him. So let's get into it and see what's going on.
These things might happen to you. Listen, how are you going to sue somebody for $2 million but want to pay for their lawyer fees to help them with another case and help the community? We got another person suing DoorDash. I want to give you this article, give you my opinion on it. Give you my opinion on it. I was going to make this video a month ago when I got served with papers for a video that I made on YouTube. This one here. Since then, other things have transpired that have been even crazier than being served papers less than a week after I made that video. I'm going to read a few things to you. I'm going to give my opinion once again like I did and I stated in that first video. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. I'm going to give you why I think it's happening. I'm going to give you some facts. I'll tell you what's happened. And I'll give my opinion as to why I think it's happening and why I'm speaking about it after a month has gone by. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. And I know some of you are like, Pedro, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I hear you. I've talked to many attorneys about this, and I feel like I haven't done anything wrong. And the one...
Let's pause it. First of all, he did nothing wrong. I watched the video he was talking about the lady that is suing DoorDash, and he simply was giving his opinion. Everything he said was his opinion. So I don't understand why he's even being sued. I do understand that anybody can sue anybody, but this to me is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
One thing, I will not be silenced in this country. I will not be silenced for having an opinion about something. And I feel like that's exactly what somebody's trying to do to me. Okay, so I'm not going to mention names in this video, but everything that I'm going to say is either my opinion or it's public record. Somebody sued DoorDash for $10 million. That's public. You can look it up. And I made a video giving my opinion about that because on this channel, we talk about the gig economy. I got served by an attorney out in Cali, but they use an attorney in St. Louis, a colleague, as they called him, to facilitate the serving papers. And on the front part of this paperwork, because this is a lawsuit, on the front part was an attachment from the people in St. Louis that the colleague they used. And it said in here, please give this requested the attorney by the counsel of the attorney, counsel for the plaintiff has requested that you contact him regarding this lawsuit. His contact information is, and he gave me a cell phone. So I called him immediately after I got served. And I asked him, is this real? Like, I thought I was being pranked. I thought this was a prank. He goes, this is real. I said, really? He goes, I
ain't gonna lie, I would have thought it was a prank too. I really would think it was a prank.
Signed off on it. I said, okay. And that was really about it. But I needed to just do that because it said to do that. Literally, that's what they're asking for me to do. I also called the colleague of theirs that's in St. Louis twice, left a voicemail twice, didn't hear back from them. But she called the colleague, the guy in California, the attorney that I've been talking to. Later on, I come to find that out. Anyways, since the summons and legal action in the federal United States District Court for the Eastern District of Missouri. Okay, I'm going to show you this right here.
If you know anything about the court system, federal, that money is up there he's being sued for.
This is real life. Okay, it's real life. This isn't clickbait. But I want to learn something I want us to learn something here. I'm giving my opinion, but also I learned something about myself and what my responsibility is within this happening. And I'll get to that. This video might be a little lengthy, but you're going to want to watch the whole thing. So I had 21 days to reply, and I did all that. I filed paperwork with the Eastern District of Missouri. This is federal. Many attorneys have told me there's a reason that they went federal, and the reason that they picked $2 million. There's levels to when you sue somebody civilly with monetary, and it goes up to a higher levels. And I learned that, and I think I know why they did that. $2 million. They're suing me for defamation of character. Let's read a few things here.
Before he start reading, I watched the video. I think I said this before. I watched the video that he's being sued over, and he strictly just gave his opinion. He didn't say anything that was. It's strictly opinion. It's crazy. It's crazy.
If you fail to respond, judgment by default will be entered against you for the relief demanded in the complaint. So it's like, this is serious stuff, right? And the complaint is the plaintiff, by and through undersigned counsel, complaint against defendant, me, alleges as follows. Santiago, who goes by Mr.BetonYou, has a YouTube channel that has over 83,000 subscribers. What I'm reading here is public knowledge. I'm not sharing anything that isn't public. You can find all this stuff out. This action arises from a series of plainly defamatory statements that Santiago made. Gets better. Hold on. In a video, blah, blah, blah. They reference how many views it had. At that time, it had 6,600. Right now, it has 7,400.
What does his views got to do with anything? I don't understand. What does his views got to do with anything? What does his views got to do with anything? What does his likes got to do with anything? It's just irrelevant.
Santiago knew and made light of the fact that he defamed her. Mentioning, I said, don't sue me. I have an entertainment channel. I said that in the disclaimer. I'm entertaining my audience, giving my opinion on a public news article about a public case against Doordash, which is the niche that I'm in on YouTube. Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to read every single line, but there's a few things that caught my eye. Given Santiago's low number of likes per video, how is that relevant? What's the relevance?
That's a blow. That was a shot at him.
See there. It appears as though he was looking for a quick bump in his audience. No, I made a video about, and I've made other videos about people that sue DoorDash. Like I said in that video, and I gave my opinion. A click boost and more likes than he had ever had before. More likes than I've ever had before? You're assuming that I was trying to... No, this video is just an average sized video for me. He grabbed the poorly written article hot off the press and took a stage to defame the plaintiff. No, I gave an opinion. No defamation. If that was the case, I could sue probably, I don't know, 10 to 20 people on YouTube that have had channels about me, and maybe I could. And the lesson here is anybody can sue anybody. That's part of the great things about this country is you can sue, and people do get sued, and they win or they...
Don't sue me, because the only thing you're going to get is a pit bull puppy.
It's all right. And people do defame people, and they do bad things, and you should be able to sue people. But you can sue anybody. I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, this is funny. This court has jurisdiction over this action. The plaintiff is from New York. I am from Missouri, and the amount is controversy exceeds $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs. That's why it's federal, because it's more than $75,000. Okay, factual allegations. So they give a list of factual allegations about the company that she is a CEO of. Okay, and in that video, I mentioned the company, but I didn't tell anybody you shouldn't buy products or alleging, they're suing me for $2 million because potential loss of earnings and reputation. $2 million. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm not going to read all of this, but I want to.
$2 million. They're suing a person that used gig work for a living for $2 million. Just wanted to put that in your head.
I want to, she has, the plaintiff has a lawsuit against DoorDash for $10 million because for taking pictures and they deactivated her in a fraudulent way. She claims that she has $3 million of orders through Doordash, and I gave my opinion on that, as I can do. I didn't.
His opinion was bull. That was his opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that opinion because I have the same opinion.
Say anything was a fact. I gave my opinion. That's it. Okay. She has concerns about the Doordash app and the safety and the vetting of the driver, so she's suing Doordash for $10 million. Okay? I gave an opinion on that. Let me see. There's something else I want to read in here. It talks about my subscriber count. Upon information and belief, Santiago made these false statements to garner attention to his YouTube channel and increase the number of viewers. Santiago dumped off of her name and associated Doordash's legal proceedings for the sole purpose of boosting his digital presence. I give my opinion. You know what? If everybody got sued for $2 million on giving their opinion about the president, about basketball players, there's reaction channels everywhere.
Yes.
Can you imagine the court that they would be bogged down? We can't give our opinions. We can't have an opinion about something that's public. It's crazy. Okay. That's my opinion. Another one is funny. While Santiago labored to dazzle his audience with his B-rated entertainment involving McDonald's, because I mentioned McDonald's, they take these subtle jabs at me. Okay, it's kind of funny. I don't know why that's necessary to say that
They are trying to shut you up. That's what they're trying. That's what they're trying to do, Pedro.
I have low views and B-rated entertainment. What's the significance of that? It
Right.
seems like my opinion is like they're mad that I made a video and then I had an opinion about it. They might be right or wrong. Okay. Anyways, another thing I wanted to talk about. Let's just get into. There was something else in here I wanted to mention. Oh, so $2 million. Okay, she's suing me for $2 million. Doordash for $10 million. Okay. There's still photos in the court. You see that? That's me. They use still photos and comments. I still have the video public right now because I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. But let me read the demands, and then I'm gonna talk about the conversation that I had with the attorney on the phone. I asked if I could record him, and he said I couldn't, even though I could have, but I did not because I was being respectful. Okay.
I don't understand why he couldn't record the attorney. Well, he said he could, but he was being respectful. But I don't understand why he just didn't. But okay, he was saying he was being respectful.
But I did ask, and I did. But I'm going to share what
I would have recorded.
he asked me because it's relevant to my response to the case, which is also public. What I filed, the paperwork I filed. Okay. They want $2 million, compensatory damages in an amount of not less than $2 million, consequential damages, punitive damages, attorney fees, costs, and suit expenses. So she wants me to pay for attorney fees, costs, suit expenses. Injunction relief directing me to take steps to remove the video, post a video of apology and clarity, and acknowledgement of harm and damage directly caused by his reckless false statements. I gave an opinion. And
What is he going to apologize for? For giving his opinion? Literally, I watched the video. I'm going to put that video in the description. And let me know, guys, do you see anything he said wrong? Because he said nothing wrong. Nothing at all. Literally. He gave his opinion. He basically called bullshit that she spent, what was it, $3.4 million on Doordash? I don't know if it was 3.4 or it might have been another number. But, I mean, I think it's bullcrap too. But it's an opinion.
comments they're on from YouTube. Such other relief as the court deemed. So they want more than just $2 million. I talked to the lawyer, I believe it was 2 days after I got served. Actually, I think it was the next day. After I called him, he called me twice. And then I returned the call. Okay, I know this video is going to be, if you made it this far, keep watching. This is where it gets interesting. I'm going to give my opinion again, but I'm looking for yours as well. Because I feel like I'm being silenced.
You are.
Bullied in some ways. And I'm going to document this on YouTube. And if another thing that's in here, on the public court record. So they made this public by going after me. They could have done a cease and desist. They could have tried to reach out to me. And we could have probably reconciled this. If they would have asked me to private the video, if they would have had some other information from me, if they would have wanted to work with me, I'll get to that in a minute. Sorry for the cuts in the video, but there's an ambulance going by. Okay, I would have been up to, I would have considered a reconciliation. I'll get to that in a minute. But what they also want is a jury trial is demanded. You guys see that? Jury trial. Plaintiff demands a trial by jury. If this gets to that point, which I don't think it will, I will fight this. Can you imagine going? And I will document what I can document within the. If we get to a judge, I will document it all, because I will not be silenced. I will not be silenced for having an opinion. Now, so I talked to the attorney a couple of days later, and he said this is what he offered, and he was speaking on the behalf of his plaintiff. He told me that, to work together. So after suing me, having me served, suing me for $2 million, okay, they wanted to come up with a possible reconciliation and wanted to fly me out to New York. Said they'd be willing to pay for my attorney fees if I needed it, and work with them.
I would not trust that. I do not trust that. No. We can meet on Zoom, baby. We can meet on Zoom. And you want to pay for my way, my flight, and everything. Something's up. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. I'm sorry. I paused it right there. Let me rewind it. But something's up with that. I don't like it. Let's play.
This is what he offered, and he was speaking on the behalf of his plaintiff. He told me that, to work together. So after suing me, having me served, suing me for $2 million, okay, they wanted to come up with a possible reconciliation and wanted to fly me out to New York. Said they'd be willing to pay for my attorney fees if I needed it, and work with them to help the community. Those are his words, the community. I can only assume he's talking about the case I have against Doordash, and they want to fly me out to see if I can help them pay, and they'll pay for my attorneys. They're going to pay for the attorneys of somebody that they're suing for $2 million. And now they want to possibly work with me to help the community. So I can assume, this isn't a fact, I can assume with my brain that it's for the case that they have against Doordash, because their case is for the community, because they feel like the customers that use Doordash aren't safe because of the pictures and the vetting or not vetting of the drivers and other people in the cars. These are all
People. I don't know all the reasons the lady is suing DoorDash, but I know what I did read is that she's suing because DoorDash takes pictures. Amazon takes pictures. FedEx takes pictures. I don't understand. So you don't want anyone to take pictures when they make deliveries. Well, that's there to protect us because there's so many people that lies and say they did not receive their food. Uh, it, I guess it don't matter. It don't matter. Let me keep playing the video.
public. This is what they're saying against DoorDash. So they want to possibly work with me and pay money out of their pocket to get me out there. My response was, why couldn't we do that over Zoom? I'm up for a reconciliation. I don't want to go to court. I don't need to waste time and money. I've spent time and money already on this. Right? So why can't we do Zoom? I think that's reasonable. And he goes, I'll ask. A few days go by or whatever. And that's not, the plaintiff doesn't want that. She denied that. They want me to go out there. That was the last conversation I had with him. And I said, I'll talk to you later. And I got off the phone. I never was abrasive or anything with the attorney. I was never, none of that. So I'm being sued for $2 million. I think it's a reasonable request. Why would I got to go all the way to New York? I'm a delivery driver. I make money doing deliveries. So you want me to go all the way to New York to have a conversation when we can, and pay for lawyers for me when we can do that over Zoom and have a conversation?
I wouldn't trust it. He is a YouTuber and a really good YouTuber, and his audience reach is very large. So I wouldn't trust it. I really wouldn't. I feel like someone's trying to make him shut up, and some people will go great lengths to do so. I wouldn't. We're going to figure something else
Lawyers can be
out.
present over Zoom. Happens all the time, right? I think that's reasonable. What about you guys? I thought that was reasonable. I didn't shut the door on it. I said, I'm up for let's figure something out. I sent some correspondence saying, hey, you guys want me to help the community, right? Let's further talk about it. I'm up to something. But they want to do it in person, and I was not willing to go all the way to New York and meet people I don't know for something like this.
Yeah.
If they would come to Missouri and want to meet me, I would have met. 100%. It's reasonable to do Zoom. It's a lot of mileage between Missouri and New York.
Yes.
Why do you think they would? I'll tell you why I think. Why do you think they would want to work with me to help the community, pay for my lawyers, have me go out to New York?
I think it's something a little deeper than that. I think it's because of how large your audience is, and I don't know. I just simply wouldn't trust it. I really wouldn't.
When I have an
And they know that what you say, you have a bigger audience reach, and it can be heard more. I just wouldn't trust it. I
active
would.
civil case against me, my opinion is they saw the video, the attorney did, the plaintiff did, somebody saw it. This didn't go viral, hasn't gone viral still. I got thousands of videos with more views than this. There was no call to action of what I wanted to happen to her. I just gave my opinion. And I think I'm an entertaining guy. I'm a little smug. I think they didn't like the video. They didn't like how I painted it. They didn't like that maybe some of the things I was saying that were my opinion, maybe they were true. I don't know. It's my opinion that a lot of people sue a lot of big companies. I've said that in other videos that are still on YouTube. So this wasn't one video attacking one person. I've said that actually a few times before. It's
Yeah.
consistent with my channel and my ideology. I think people just sue people. That's what they do, especially big companies. And my opinion is sometimes it's justified and sometimes it's not.
Well, obviously, we know this one is not justified. She's going after Doordash and going after you. So maybe suing people is her way of life. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Don't sue me. You ain't gonna get nothing but a pit bull puppy.
I'm not talking about this case right now, but that's my opinion. And I gave that in that video.
Yeah.
But why would they want, so is it fair for me to assume, because another lesson here is when you open your mouth and you have your public name on YouTube like I do, you can easily be found and
Yeah.
gotten to. That's my mistake. So I don't blame anybody for doing whatever or having a response or sending me these papers. I made a video. It's my responsibility. If I don't make that video, this doesn't happen. Maybe it happens down the line or something, but not this. So I take ownership for my action was making a video. But is it fair to assume that because they can easily see my name, easily find out where I live, it's easily to search. They did it very quickly. It was less than a week. It was like 6 days from when I made the video when I got handed these papers. 6 days. That's fast. Somebody acted swiftly.
Very fast. And that also makes me say the same thing. Something just don't set right.
Is it fair to assume that they were like, well, maybe we can work with this man? He has 83,000 subscribers on YouTube. 84 now. I mean, maybe he could help us with the Doordash case and help the community. That's what I got from the conversation. I think that's a fair assumption. I think it's
Hope
fair.
so.
I think it's fair to assume that. That's my opinion, not a fact. What do you think? If they really felt like the case was that strong, why would they work with me? Could you, maybe it's possible, I don't know. Could I be helping them and they're paying for my lawyer fees and then also at the same exact time have this case going on, suing me? Because
Sorry guys, dogs was barking.
the second time we talked on the phone, the first one was very short. The second time, when he proposed that via his client, the plaintiff, I said, well, if I do these things and try to reconcile, is the plaintiff going to drop the case? He goes, I don't know, I can't speak to that. So, he's doing his lawyer thing, his attorney thing. No shade. He's fine. Got nothing against him. But how would that work? I've talked to 6 or 7 attorneys, different ones, to get perspective. And a couple of them laughed. Everybody that I talked to about this laughed. Like, this can't be real. I shared it with some Uber passengers, actually. I was like, can you believe this? Somebody sued. I didn't share any names. I just gave them they're like, that's crazy. Is it fair to assume that they're trying to get to me? Oh, another thing I forgot. The reconciliation and me going to New York and helping them was contingent upon me not making another video. That's where the silence comes in.
Hold on. Let me rewind that part again. Because if he said what I think he said, that's not cool at all.
And a couple of them laughed. Everybody that I talked to about this laughed. Like, this can't be real. I shared it with some Uber passengers, actually. I was like, can you believe this? Somebody sued. I didn't share any names. I just gave them they're like, that's crazy. Is it fair to assume that they're trying to get to me? Oh, another thing I forgot. The reconciliation and me going to New York and helping them was contingent upon me not making another video. That's where the silence comes in.
Told you, they're trying to shut him up. He has a large audience reach. They're trying to shut him up. That's what they're trying to do.
I feel like I was getting bullied. These
He
people have a
was.
lot of money. They got more money than me, probably. She's the CEO of a big company, spends $3 million in 3 years on Doordash. It's fairly to assume they got more money than me. He's a lawyer. Sure, he's got more money than me. I feel like I was getting bullied, and I felt like I was being silenced. We can only work with you. We want to work with you, but you can't make another video. Why can't I make another video? $2 million. Don't you have to prove that? I know, and it says I knowingly made false allegations. No, I gave my opinion. I said it in the video.
He didn't make one. Listen, all he was doing was giving his opinion in that video. And again, it will be in the description. And I would like for you guys to watch it. Give Pedro some love because I'm pretty sure this can be stressful. But he did nothing but give his opinion. That's all he did. All he did.
Yeah. I didn't do anything with malicious intent. It says that as well. I made a YouTube video. So, that's what's happening. That's what's going on. I want to give an update because I will document this as it goes as long as I can legally do it. If we go to trial by jury, which is what they want, what the plaintiff wants, I'm sorry. If it gets to that point and the judge is like, yeah, let's do a trial by jury and pull 12 people out of their homes to talk about this YouTube video of a guy giving an opinion about something, a court case that's public. And if we get, I caused $2 million in losses for her company.
That is straight wasting people's time. 12 jurors for this, for giving your opinion. This is not going to go anywhere. And if it does, it's some hands in there that shouldn't be. It's some money that been exchanged that shouldn't have been exchanged. I'm sorry, I think the way I do, but I look past the box. They want to shut him up. That's what they want to do. So it would not, it would not. Man, it's just crazy. It's just, this is ridiculous.
How's she going to be able to prove that? On a video that has 6,000 views at the time? I will document what I can document from this point on. I'm not going to make a video every day. I'm not going to turn the whole channel into it, but I won't be bullied or silenced, and I feel like that's happening. Contingent upon you don't make another video. You can work with us. We'll pay for your attorney fees, but we're also going to sue you at the same time.
Don't
Tell me
sound
how that
right.
makes sense.
It don't.
to
It don't
anybody.
make no
Maybe I'm missing
sense.
something.
I wouldn't
I
trust it. I
document
wouldn't
my
go.
life on YouTube, and this is a big thing that's happening. I feel like I have to handle it very well. I could have made a video months ago. It would have been a little more impassioned with less information, but I got more information. I've handled what I've had to handle. I've filed paperwork, and we're going to see where this goes. Maybe this is one of those things that gets national news. A small YouTuber gets sued by a person that's suing Doordash. I mean, can you imagine the amount of court cases that this would cause? I mean, somebody that's watching this has made videos on me, has lied on me in way worse ways, and it's actually cost me money, and I could probably prove it. I'm not suing people. Now, it's anybody's right to sue whoever if they feel like that's happened. That's part of the judicial system or whatever. It's all good. It's the courts, you know? But I think this is wild to me. I haven't spoken to one person yet that's like, I haven't. So, you know, I feel like I'm being silenced and bullied. That's how I feel.
You
And
are.
I'm fine with it. I'm not sweating it. I'm not, you know, I'm a little anxious maybe because I don't know, right? Who knows what could happen? Nobody knows what could happen. But I'm not walking alone.
There
And I
you
feel like I
go.
didn't do anything wrong. I made a video, and I made videos like that before. But
Yeah.
when you open your mouth, you open yourself up to this. When you put your name out there, you open, and that's where I have responsibility. And I know that,
Yeah.
and I will own that. But if we get a trial by jury, you best believe I will defend myself. And I will record and document anything that I can legally or the court will allow, and you guys will see the outcome. If it gets dismissed, I'd be shocked if a judge is like, yeah, let's go ahead and spend the time on this case.
I would be shocked too. That would kind of like make me think that it's some dirty hands in this. Like they're really trying to shut him up, and it's some money been exchanged, and they're going to push through with it, the trial and everything. That's the only way I think that it could be that it will go that far.
A lot of these things get settled out of court, whatever. Maybe they just want me to take the video down. If that happens, I'm not sure what I will do, but I'm willing to listen.
And that's crazy too. I mean, if they tell him to take the video down, I mean, I don't know what the repercussions would be if he didn't. But he really, honestly, didn't say anything wrong, but just simply give his opinion.
To reason and come up with something that's reasonable. And I think a Zoom meeting is what I offered. It's more than reasonable. More than reasonable. More than reasonable. I publicly would even, I'll say right now, we can have everybody on a YouTube. I can go live and we can talk about it on a live. Tell us what you got. Show us what you got. Maybe that'll strengthen your case against DoorDash. I don't know. But I feel like my opinion based on conversations and the actions and the wordage and other people I've talked to, lawyers included, not these lawyers, but other attorneys that I've had counsel with, I feel like I'm being used for their benefit. That's how I feel. It's my opinion. I can say that on YouTube. I can say that. I have a voice. I can speak things. I can have an opinion. I can talk. But that's the update. I told you I'd give you one when the time was right. I've gotten a lot more information. Things have happened. This is the video. It's very long. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I would ask you to be nice and pleasant and respectful. No name calling. Don't say anything that's defamatory against them or even me. Keep it chill.
Well, guys, that's about all of the video. But I think it's ridiculous. I really do. Um, please go check out. I'll have in the description. I think he has an update as well. So I'll give the link to the video that is being sued for. I'll also look up to see if he has any updates. I think he do have a couple updates on it. But yeah, go support him. Go to his channel, subscribe, watch the videos. And I think this is so ridiculous. I think it's a waste of time, and it's just I don't know, it's just crazy, guys. Um, thank you, Pedro, for letting me react to your video. Guys, please go to his channel, check him out, check out the links that I will have in the description. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think. What do you think about him being sued? I think it's crazy. I think it's so crazy. Thank you guys. My name is Lo. Yo. Please like the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you for watching.